Despite the cooler temperatures, it's important to take care of your garden. We're talking about fall and winter gardening today on In the Know. Welcome to In the Know. I'm Julia Supa. You may spend hours in your garden through the spring and summer, but come fall, you neglect it. Fall and winter gardening is here, and it's important to take care of your plants so they do well the following year. Joining me today is Catherine Probert from Kleinberg Nursery. Welcome to In the Know.
Thank you, Julia.
Welcome. So I have to tell you, before I got married and had my own home, I was not a gardener, and I'm still not. My thumbs aren't that green, but I do tinkle around, and I do love gardening. I can say that, but I'm not really good at fall gardening.
Fall gardening can be overwhelming because you come through the spring where it's really exciting, it's fresh and new. You go into the summer where it all looks full and it's set. Then it comes to fall. After that first frost hits, we find that a lot of people look out. It starts to look a little bit drab. All the annuals have started to frost over. You've got your perennials that are looking a little bit sad. So we're going to tell you just in 5 simple steps how to really put the garden to bed, to close up for the fall, and then move through into that new exciting season, winter decoration. Okay, now you're from Kleinberg Nursery, way out in the west part of York region where I live. Yes. Kleinberg Nursery's been around for a long time. We've been as a facility as Kleinberg since 2010. We've seen it grow from sort of a mom and pop garden center into a full service landscape design, architect, full-time florist. We're really a one-stop shop for local homeowners, contractors, and designers as well. Okay, so you can go and pick up your perennials, your annuals, lots of home decor, which I love. Yes, trees, shrubs, if you need rockery stone, interlocking. Like I said, we have a full-time floral studio, so that just because bouquet on the way home from work, we're there. I should tell my husband, we live really close to that Kleinberg Nursery. Okay, so 5 tips for getting our garden ready. Doesn't have to take a long time. Very quick and easy. Okay. So after the first frost, once your annuals have sort of fallen over, they've all gone kind of mushy, you're going to pull out things like geraniums, things like impatiens, anything that you planted just for the season in the spring comes out of the garden. So all annuals. All annuals, you're going to pull those. And once you've pulled the annuals, then you start looking at your perennials. So if it's gone mushy, such as things like hostas, where they might freeze over in the frost, you just remove any dead material, cut back some of the more woody perennials. So if you're looking at things like peonies, things like that, astilbe, you can cut that back a little bit and take out all the dead material. Then you're looking at covering up with a little bit of mulch. Now it's looking a little bit patchy, so just grab a couple bags of nice, like a shredded pine mulch, a really good thick mulch. Put that down 2 inches, and that gives you a nice barrier between the snow and the winds coming through and the perennial base in the soil below. What do you do with leaves? Because leaves are coming down. Do you leave the leaves? Do you rake the leaves? Do you clear them? It's personal preference. I would say remove the majority of the leaves. You don't want too much decomposing matter. It can help with the mulch as well. So you definitely don't want it sitting on the grass. Obviously, then you're losing that airflow. Okay. So after you're done mulching, then it starts coming into maybe looking at covering up some of the things that you do have. So if you have roses, look at cutting back and covering with a rose cone or a rose house. And you've got one of these. I'm going to ask the camera people to I do actually have it right here. Oh, you've got it right here. You snuck it in. Okay. I did. So this is I've never ever seen this. A rose hut. Yes. So this is something that's going to keep the driving winds out as well as the snow off the bushes themselves. So they call it a rose hut. You can use it for a number of different perennials that might require covering. Obviously, you just want to make sure that everything is contained within the hut, and then that goes into the soil. I would put it in the lip, and then the mulch goes along the side of it there. Okay. And this, it's like a fiber, like a cardboard, yeah, construction. So you can probably get a season or 2 out of them, depending on your area. If you have a really wet area, then it's probably not. And that's something that you can pick up at any local garden center. Okay, cool. Learned a new thing. There you go. Okay, so we're covering up our roses and our delicate plants. Do you cover peonies? Peonies, no, I don't
Okay.
believe you do. Yeah, you would just do some nice thick mulch around them. Yeah.
Okay.
Things like perennial hibiscus you can cover as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a couple different things here. If you're looking at things that are getting a little bit larger to cover, obviously a Japanese maple is not going to fit
Right.
in your rose cone. So you're looking at staking and burlapping. So what I have here is I have just a standard weave burlap. This you would put in with some tree stakes around your tree. So you would make a box with your tree stakes, so 4 corners, and then you start wrapping the burlap around the actual tree stakes themselves. You're not going to tightly bind the tree.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So what that does is it acts as a windbreak again. You're just trying to stop that freezing cold wind from going through and reaching, especially Japanese maples, beeches, anything that's a little bit delicate or anything that has been recently planted. So
Okay, but we're not covering the top, the leaves of the Japanese
you're not
maple.
covering the top, no,
Okay.
you're just going around the side. These are tree wraps, so if you live in an area where you might have some rabbits or some rodents that come through and need to feast a little bit over winter, this is a hard plastic wrap. So that is an easy wrap application. It goes around the trunk of the tree, has air holes in it so that you still get the transition through. But you're stopping, basically this is stopping splitting, so the freeze-thaw cycle that holds the trunk together, as well as stopping rodents or rabbits.
Okay. All right. When we come back, we're gonna, well, Santina's here, and we're gonna make this. I can't even believe we're gonna make this. We're gonna make this beautiful urn for Christmas. But before we do that, you're gonna talk about planning it out.
Yes, yeah, so
So
how to plan your, just take a look at the home and figure out what you want to do. So get it set in your mind if you want some swagging, if you want perhaps a wreath at the front door, how many urns you'd like, if they're in front of the garage, if they're in front of the door, if they're by the bottom of the stairs. Just get a nice little plan together in your mind beforehand, and then comes the fun part, picking the pot, figuring out the height, and going from there.
Okay, and of course at Kleinberg Nursery you can provide the advice, or we can buy one of these already
You
done,
can buy
right?
these made up, yeah. We offer them made up as well. Santina's a fantastic custom designer, or we sell all the materials separately so that, like you're going to learn today, you can build it yourself.
All right, I am super excited to build that and get ready for the holidays. And of course, things that you need to pick up: pruners, burlap, the spiral, and your rose hut.
You got it.
Okay, we're all set for the winter and our plans. Don't go anywhere. More in the know when we come back. Welcome back to In the Know. We are talking about getting your garden ready for fall and winter. And joining me now from Kleinberg Nursery is Santina Zaza. She is the floral designer. I'm so excited, Santina, because I love looking at these beautiful urns. I've never made one myself.
Oh, no, it's lots of fun.
We're starting, so this is kind of our before over here, and this is our after over here. So what you've started with is an insert.
Yes, this is a fiber pot that goes into your own pot at
Okay.
home. Yes.
Okay.
Standard 12-inch pot that most people can use. We sell larger, but smaller is the 12-inch.
Okay, and so what have you filled this up with?
This is just regular topsoil or triple mix you can use.
Okay.
It's an outside planter. You can use just a basic outside planting soil.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And birch branches. You hammered these in before the show, so you do need a mallet.
You do, yes, and a little bit of strength.
Okay.
Yes.
And so when we're making an urn or a pot, there's different components, right? You call them funky names. So this is our thrill?
This is our thrill, yes.
Okay.
Now we're going to talk about our spill. So that's basically part of the greenery that spills over the ends of the pots.
Okay, and what did you bring here?
I brought you some lovely gloves.
All right,
so you don't
I will
get your
get suited
nails
up.
dirty. Yeah.
All righty. Muddy mate. Lovely, okay.
They get awful sticky. And I've got you some pruners there. You can cut some pine. I'll do the first couple ones, and then you can practice after.
Okay.
Let's see. So basically, we cut the pine in half, or the cedar. We're going to start with cedar. So they go on the edge. So depending on how big, you're going to measure your own pot. If it's a 12-inch pot, it goes very short, and you want a little bit to spill over. If it's a 14-inch pot, you can make it a little larger.
Okay.
Anything after that, you can make it tall. So you're going to insert one, and you're going to cut that one in half. You can get your pruners, and you can cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so do you do courses and things at at the nursery?
We haven't yet. I've done a few courses myself personally, but we haven't yet. I think we should. I think it's quite fun. You just insert so that's more than an inch
More
in
than
the
an
soil.
inch, okay.
Yeah. And there's another piece, and basically you go all the way around the edge.
Okay. It's already so fragrant. So how long do these last? If you make one of these in, say, November, is
Yeah.
it going to last right through until January?
It'll actually last right till spring.
Awesome.
Yes. Right as long as it gets keeps cool, everything stays fresh. And you don't have
Okay.
to water them either, which is nice.
Lovely. Okay.
There's a little piece for you.
Okay.
So basically you're going to keep turning. Yep, you're going to go all the way around the edges.
And you want it nice and full, right?
Nice and full. So where you have your holes, you're going to put your little cedar in there. Yep, perfect. And when you're placing them, just place them over the edge. So just kind of leaning
so it's
over but
leaning
on an
and
angle.
hanging.
Yep. When you insert them,
Okay,
leave
'cause
them in
the-
an angle. Yep,
The
perfect.
cedar does kind of have a natural hang to it,
It
right?
does. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, more
Nice.
cedar for you.
And so do you make these at the garden center?
I do.
For people that order them?
Yes,
For people that may not be so crafty or have time?
that's right.
Okay, so you're really just taking all of the branches.
That's all, yep.
And do you sell all of these?
These are boughs, so we do sell them all.
Boughs.
Yep, this comes in cedar, comes in pine. All very fragrant, as you can tell from the studio. It smells like Christmas
Smells
in
like.
here.
Can I use this big chunk here
Yeah.
like this?
Yep, perfect. That kind of gives you the width, which
Yeah,
is nice.
look
There's
at that.
another little piece. So this is basically your spill. So you can use cedar, you can use pine, you can use fir, which is really lovely. That gives it a really nice smell as
I do
well.
like the
That's
cedar because it's
excellent.
nice and soft.
It's great to work with too, very manipulative.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. And then you got holes on this
Oh, boy,
side.
okay, we got it.
So just put some more in there.
Great for the kids. I've got two little ones, but my almost 4-year-old would get a kick out of this because
Yes.
she can help. It's not that she's going to make a mistake, really.
That's right. And you can cut everything ahead of time for her, and she can, lots of fun for the kids, lots of fun for adults.
Okay.
I'll give you another piece. Then we'll move on to the pine, which is lovely. Same similar idea of cutting. So you just insert, and now you're going to fill all your dark spots where your holes are.
Ah, okay. And so we're just layering and layering.
That's all, yep. There's a couple more.
Beautiful.
I would definitely wear gloves. It's very sticky unless you want to be covered in pine syrup, sap.
And this pine is, because this is like a long needle,
It is. It's a white pine. Yes.
not as prickly as a.
Yes, the little shorter spruces aren't lovely to work with, no. This is a nice soft, very nice.
All right.
Push that right in there, yeah.
Oh, I think we're doing a pretty
perfect.
good job here. Just stand
Very
back and take a look.
nice.
But what do you
Nice
think,
and
boys?
full.
Good? Good job?
Okay. A little bit more
we go.
pine. There's a couple pieces.
Okay. And so do you
So-
do stuff all year long, not just holiday and Christmas? You design the floral for the nursery all season, all
Yeah,
year?
we do it for 4 seasons, so it's spring, summer, fall, and winter.
And do you have a favorite season to work in?
This is my favorite, yes. I probably made about 500 urns last year.
Wow.
Yes, we make some for the house and we make some for people. We go out to people's houses and make them. Lots of fun. So I think that's looking fabulous.
That looks really nice, I think.
One
Oh,
more
there we go.
piece, yep. Okay, so this is considered your spill. The next
That's
one
our spill.
is your fill. So you can use, I've got here boxwood, which is really pretty. Balsam fir, this, which is very lovely. We carry that in boughs too. And then boxwood.
Now, do you grow all of this at the nursery?
We don't, honey. No, we just provide it from growers.
Okay.
So I'll give you some boxwood, and basically this gets inserted sort of for vertical, visual kind of thing. So I'll show you here.
Lots
Gives
of
you just
texture.
a different, yeah.
All right.
That's it. Well, with these urns, you can make either 3 sides, 1 side, depending on your view. If it's near the garage and you don't have a back to it,
Then
you don't need to make a whole back side.
Right.
You can make a 3-sided, and it's just enough material. There we go.
It just looks
Little
so
bit
beautiful
more.
and organic and
Very lovely. So I'll give you a couple more pieces.
okay. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to finish up the urn. So we're going to add some flair,
Yes.
some decor to it, and you're going to tell us how we're going to keep it healthy all season, and more from Kleinberg Nursery when we come back. Welcome back to In the Know. We are talking about getting your garden ready for fall and winter today with Kleinberg Nursery. Santina and I are making this beautiful urn. And really, there are no rules when it comes to building the urn once you have your steps in place.
That's correct.
So you started with the thrill.
Yes.
Okay, and we've used birch.
Yep, or you can use dogwood or curly willow, or even a nice pretty stem, even still. Like a nice stem, like crystal stem, or
Right. So
something
you want
more
something
decorative.
that's going to take your eye up and create that thrilling
Yes.
look, right? And then our spill is everything we just inserted.
That's right. That's the cedar and the pine. And you can use any kind of greens if you like.
Okay,
to.
so you're looking for soft, kind of
The cedar does
willowy.
give you the flow over the sides of the urns, which makes it attractive.
Okay, and then everything that we were just putting in, what's this, boxwood?
This is boxwood, yep.
Okay, and what is that considered? That's our fill?
This is the fill. So basically you can use, we've got magnolia, which is really pretty, and that's what I've inserted. I'll show you here. That's what I've inserted in this particular
that is
one.
so pretty.
Gives
That
you
is a
very-
real leaf?
Yes. It's an actual magnolia
Wow.
tree.
I don't know if you guys can see this at home, but look at that. It's beautiful.
We also sell the trees to go with this. So they cut them, all the top branches. They don't actually hurt the tree, but they use them and dye them purple and red and pink for Christmas.
So if
which
you
is
have a
lovely.
magnolia tree at home,
Yes.
can you cut some of the branches
can.
and use them in your own urns?
Yes.
Brilliant. Because magnolias, they're so pretty, but they last only very short time, right?
Very pretty. You just have to cut them before it gets cold.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you should have already cut them by now.
Yes.
Okay, so where do we put this
So
beautiful
this
magnolia?
is basic. You're going to add for color and texture again. If you're going to do it at front side, which we've done with this one, this is a 3-sided urn. Basically, you want to see your magnolia so it comes up front. Then you may want to put a piece in the back for, for height. And then you put a little piece in the front to circle around the ball that you're going to insert, or circle around a little cute owl or berries.
Decoration in there.
Yep, perfect. Just push them right,
There we go.
Okay,
I didn't get the soil there.
in there.
No, get in there, magnolia. Okay. All right.
Yeah, sometimes you have to wiggle around it in order to
Wiggle and
get it
jiggle.
to stay. The branches are in the way, so you just
Yeah.
wiggle it a bit. And then if you wanted to add more spill here, you see it's a little bit empty. You
Yeah.
could add some more. Let's just see.
Cedar in there, maybe.
Yeah, just to get your, you see how you have a little hole
Or
here?
shape back
Yeah.
in there. Okay. So you really just keep, you're playing, basically.
Basically, all it
You
is
get
is
to
filling
play
in.
all day.
It's very fun. Yes.
What a great job.
Yes.
Okay. We're just going to rearrange that a bit.
How does
Okay.
that look? That's beautiful. Very nice. And then you see how you have a hole there?
Yeah.
You might want to fill it with a little bit of something else. Even a boxwood is a nice fill.
So kind of put it in, take a step back, put it in, take a step back.
Yes.
Look at it, make sure it looks good.
And again, if you're doing something larger, you're going to leave the tall branches nice and large, and then you're going to use taller birch or nice big tall stems.
Is there a proportion? So you used a 12-inch here.
Yes.
How tall should your thrill be?
Basically, it's double the size of the pot.
Okay.
So unless you want something enormous and very much larger, like it's fitting into a 20-inch pot, then you're going to use at least 5 branches and a
Okay.
little bit taller.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice. And then if you want to, now we've added a little extra color and a cute little owl for decor. You can add a little crystal branch at the back that ties in with the berries. I've got a very pretty pick here that's already done.
Oh, wow.
You don't have to wire the pine cone. You don't have to spray it. It's already done, bought like that, and then you're just going to insert that in your soil. Want to try that, Julie?
All right,
It's pretty heavy. I'll turn it for you.
okay. Where am I putting this puppy in
You're
here?
just going to put it right in there.
Straight up or
Yep.
kind of on the side? Okay.
Perfect. Love the picks because they're already pre-done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes life. And this you can reuse, right? You pull out the
Absolutely.
pick and you reuse
Absolutely.
the pick.
Yeah.
And you
Even
could-
for a couple years.
could you reuse the
snow,
branch
whatever,
as-
the wind doesn't bother it.
Could you reuse the birch up here?
Yes.
Okay.
How's that
Great.
look?
How's that? Tilted a bit, but
No, that's perfect.
All
Beautiful.
right.
And then if you find holes, you just keep adding your stems. So this is another nice little feature. It gives you more color in there. And you can either have it higher, you can add more berries to add more red, which is nice. I only added the one, but then we added a really nice sparkly ball to the front.
Yeah.
So underneath, you can either have it hanging or that you want it on top.
so you
or in
want
the-
it to be nice and full.
Lots.
It doesn't have to be symmetrical.
No.
All over the place. Lots of color.
A lot of people like contemporary too, so we can do either the ball on the top or ball in the middle, and less branches, more magnolia. We've done like a whole urn just of magnolia,
Pretty.
which is very pretty.
Pretty.
Yes.
And then you've got your little woodland creatures.
Yes, he's a cutie. He attaches. You just wire him on, and he stays in your urn like that.
And he lives in the urn.
He does.
Okay.
He
Now,
gets a little wet, but he's fine.
and so changing this up after the holidays, I'm sure you could put Christmas lights in here as well, let it sparkle.
Absolutely.
And then in January, you can take out some of these more Christmassy elements, right?
Yeah, if you want
Jazz
to.
it up.
Most people keep their Christmas out until January, February.
Some people
You can-
June, July.
Oh, yeah. You can also do lights on the birch, which is kind of nice too.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
very
And then
lovely.
tying it in, because we talked loosely about the wreath, but decorating with wreaths and tying in your urns to other elements of your decor.
Absolutely. Once you start out with a theme in your urns, then you can carry it through to the wreaths on the door, the garland over the stairs, which is really pretty. And we carry all the products at Kleinberg. So basically, you can either use a little snow on your greenery, or you can buy the garland already pre-done with snow on it. Be very creative, add pine cones and berries. Then you take that into your house and at
Right.
the front entrance or on the kitchen table or
So
dining room.
you mentioned, because these are all kind of Canadian and wintry plants, they will last a long time.
Yes.
But you have a product there that will hold the moisture?
This particular one is called Wilt Proof. We carry it at Kleinberg Nursery, and it's fantastic. It actually allows it refreshes the greens. So you can
Nice.
take it inside and use it for like a nice insert or an urn or something, or flowers.
Tablescape or something, yeah.
Right. And you can spray all that probably once or twice, because the heat in the house doesn't, it's not really conducive to the plants.
But outside it's fine. You don't need to
Outside,
spray
you
that.
don't need this, but I find the wreaths that are fresh and the garland that's fresh, they don't get a lot of water. It's getting its water, this urn is getting its water from the stems.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks
You're
for teaching me how to
welcome.
make this beautiful
Pleasure.
urn. For more information, visit the Rogers TV website. For more information on Kleinberg Nursery. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.